Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Ikhsan Jamad Akbar, mahasiswa PPG Universitas Muhammadiyah Malang, akan melaksanakan video pembelajaran Ukin 2021. Saya adalah guru di MTS Al Mubarak, Kota Bengkulu, mata pelajaran bahasa Inggris. Selamat menyaksikan. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, student.
Good morning, sir.
How are you today?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine too, thank you. Before we go into our lesson, let's pray together. Bunga.
Let's pray together.
Okay, before we go into our study, I want to ask everybody present today? Yes? Alpha, yeah? Okay, before we going, I want to ask Bunga. Okay, how are you today, Bunga? Fine? Alhamdulillah. I hope you doing well, yeah? Before from this picture, I want to ask to you what does the picture below mean? Gambar apa ini? Blue ya, bad coat ya. What should you do when you wash a bad coat? Apa yang pertama, the first? Kalau flu apa? Oke, drink hot water. Terus use masker. Apa lagi? Ya, take medicine. Oke, terus? Oke, bed rest ya. You should keep warm and drink plenty of liquid. Ya. Oke, the next picture. What does the picture below means? Gambar apa ini? Apa? Sore throat ya. Sakit tenggorokan. What should you do when you want sore throat? Oke, minum air hangat. Terus, oke, terus apalagi bed rest ya. You should have a nice hot cup of tea or a soup ya. Jadi boleh minum teh hangat dan sop. The final picture. Okay, what the picture means? Headache ya, sakit kepala. What should you do when you wash headache? Bed rest. Terus ya, take medicine. Terus take sleep ya. You should lie down and rest for a while in the darkness. Jadi istirahat di sukut atau boleh berbaring ya. Okay, from our communication, what the title of this lesson today? Kira-kira apa judul dari cakapan kita tadi? Apa materi kita ini? Giving. Oke. Giving advice ya. Jadi memberikan saran. Oke, I will introduce you giving advice from our material. The first is general structure of giving advice. Second is language feature and general structure ya. Okay, from this, listen up. You will I will show you a video This video is about coronavirus. Yeah. Listen carefully and attention, please.
Nothing like an early morning jog. What? Oh, stop it. Dear Tim and Moby, I've been hearing lots of scary stuff in the news about the coronavirus. Can you tell me more about it, please? Thanks, Khalil. Sure thing, Khalil. Viruses are tiny particles that can invade living cells. There are millions of varieties with different behaviors, shapes, and structures. Coronaviruses are one group, named for their crown-shaped outline. 4 of these commonly infect humans. A lot of times when you get a cold, it's caused by a coronavirus. Any virus has one goal: to replicate or make more copies of itself. But it can't do that on its own, so it invades an organism and turns its cells into virus factories. This can be unpleasant for the host, the organism that the virus has infected. The new coronavirus typically causes coughing and fever. A healthy body can usually fight off this illness, known as COVID-19, on its own. Symptoms are mild for most people, especially kids. But in a body with weakened defenses, COVID-19 can become more severe and require medical treatment. Some people get seriously ill, and that's gotten everyone's attention. This new coronavirus was first identified in Wuhan, China. In late 2019, there was an outbreak. That's when a disease starts spreading. More and more people got sick, first in China and then around the world. Entire cities have been quarantined or closed off to slow the disease's spread. Fortunately, viruses can't get around without our help. And there's a lot we can do to not help them. Like washing your hands, especially after you use the bathroom and before you eat. That's always a good idea, and you probably already do it. Scrub with soap for at least 20 seconds to make sure you don't miss any spots. Whenever you cough or sneeze, cover your nose and mouth to help keep any germs contained. And if you're sick, avoid other people. You wouldn't want to infect them, even if it's a plain old cold. Well, when there's an outbreak where you live, experts recommend some added precautions. Like social distancing, limiting close contact with other people, even if you're not sick. Hang out at home with your family, and keep up with your friends online. That gives the virus fewer opportunities to spread around. Lots of outbreaks have been stopped when enough folks just follow these simple rules. Yeah, it's true. Some people have died after being infected by the 2019 coronavirus. That's because the virus can infect a person's lungs and make it hard to breathe. Those are the stories we hear about most online and in the news. But the vast majority of cases have been mild. If you feel overwhelmed by the news, consider limiting how much you let in. Instead of cable news and social media, stick to sources like the World Health Organization. They'll give you the big picture, not just the scary snapshots that make the headlines. And they're organizing experts all over the world to get this coronavirus under control. Still, it's totally normal if the situation's made you a little anxious. Talk to a trusted adult. They can help you put your feelings in perspective. One last thing. Coronavirus doesn't care where you're from or what your background is. So don't let anyone turn this into an excuse to target someone based on how they look.
Okay, from this video, you see this coronavirus, ya. Jadi, what should you do when coronavirus is coming? Kita lihat ya dari video ini, dia menjelaskan bagaimana coronavirus itu spread ya, from our global to our country ya. Okay, you should the first
Is coughing and fever. A healthy body can usually.
The first is coronavirus is effect apa? Apa tadi dia bilang tadi?
Fight off this illness.
Fever ya, the demam ya. Yang pertama itu demam, terus apa lagi? Batu-batu, terus flu ya. Kita lihat tadi di video.
This is known as COVID-19 on its own. Symptoms are mild for most identified in Wuhan, China.
Oke, coronavirus from where? Wuhan ya. Wuhan, China.
In late 2019, there was an outbreak. That's when it been quarantined. Businesses can't get around without our. That's always a good idea.
Nah, from this video, what should you do when to cut off a coronavirus? The first apa? Wash your. You should wash your hand ya. Kamu seharusnya mencuci tangan. Terus yang di second tadi apa lagi? Keep this distancing ya. Apa itu distancing? Ya, you should keep distancing, yaitu menjaga jarak. Terus apa lagi tadi di video?
And you probably already do. To help keep any germs, even if it's a plain old cold.
From this video, you should not go away from the kerumunan ya. You should not go to kerumunan atau keep these people ya. Jadi tidak boleh di tempat kerumunan karena akan menyebabkan coronavirus itu menyebar. Oke, from this video any question? Oke, next video ya. Oke, kita ke video selanjutnya. The next video.
Giving advice with should and shouldn't. Read, listen and repeat.
I'm tired.
I think you should go to bed. I think you should go to bed.
Apa? Giving advice-nya apa? Pertama, si the man on fire. Saya kali ditahan atau capek. Terus giving advice-nya apa? I think you should go to bed. Apa artinya? Sebaiknya kamu istirahat atau tidur. Next.
You shouldn't go to the cinema. You shouldn't go to the cinema.
Berarti kalau dia tired, berarti tidak boleh ke mana-mana.
You shouldn't go to the cinema. You shouldn't go to the cinema.
I have a toothache. You should go to the dentist. You should go to the dentist.
Nah, from this video, I have a toothpaste. Apa itu? Ya, sakit gigi. Apa gimana? You should go to the dentist. Ke dokter gigi. Oke, next.
You shouldn't eat sweets. You shouldn't eat sweets. I'm too fat. You shouldn't eat cookies and sweets.
I'm too fat.
You shouldn't eat cookies and sweets.
You should not eat cookie and sweet. Tidak boleh makan kue dan.
You should eat more fruit and vegetables. You should eat more fruit and vegetables.
Ya, you should eat more fruit and vegetables. Lebih makan yang berserat atau sayur-sayuran.
You shouldn't drink soda. You should drink water. You shouldn't drink soda.
Ya, banyak.
You should drink water.
Nah, jangan minum.
Giving advice with should, shouldn't. Why don't you? You better. And if I were you, I would.
I'm tired.
I think you should go to bed. You'd better go to bed.
Nah, ini tadi ya, tired, I think you should go to bed, and you better go to bed. Sebaiknya harus cepat-cepat ke harus istirahat.
If I were you, I'd go to bed. Why don't you go to bed? I think you shouldn't go to the cinema. You'd better not go to the cinema. If I were you, I wouldn't go to the cinema.
I have a fever. You should take some aspirin. You'd better take some aspirin. If I were you, I'd take some aspirin.
Nah, from this video, I have a fever. Apa itu demam. Terus giving advice-nya apa? You should take some aspirin. Kamu seharusnya minum obat. Apa nama obatnya? Aspirin. Terus you would better take some aspirin. Kamu sebaiknya minum beberapa obat aspirin. If I were you, jika aku jadi kamu, I would take some aspirin. Saya akan minum obat.
Why don't you take some aspirin? You shouldn't go to school. You better not go to school. If I were you, I wouldn't go to school.
Nah, ketika demam, you should not.
Now you can practice on www.memorable.com.
Oke. Tadi kalau demam tidak boleh ke sekolah. You should not go to school. Oke. From this picture, this general structure of giving advice. The first is memulai. Ya, kita harus memulai percakapan. Terus yang kedua, menanggapi, diharapkan atau tidak diharapkan, ya. Next, social function of giving advice. Pertama yaitu menjaga hubungan interpersonal dengan guru, teman, dan lain. Next, characteristic of giving advice. Pertama apa? Ungkapan yang sesuai untuk menyarankan. Contohnya, I believe, I think, I suppose, and in my opinion. Oke, next, penggunaan nominal singular dan plural secara tepat dengan atau tanpa s, the, this, those, mine, them, dan sebagainya secara tepat dalam frasa nominal. Next, itu jelas ucapan, tekanan kata, intonasi, ejaan, jabatan, kesempatan. Ini karakteristiknya ya. Oke, example of giving advice. Tadi sudah kita belajar tentang should ya. Nah, ternyata masih banyak example of giving advice. Yang pertama, I think, you should. Artinya saya pikir atau Anda seharusnya, kalimatnya ya. Next, if I were you, I would. Ya, jika saya jadi Anda, saya akan atau tidak akan. Terus I would recommend that you, ya. Saya menyarankan bahwa Anda you must do. Anda harus ya. You had better. Oke. You should. Oke. Have you thought about? Nah, pernahkah group ya. Make 3 group for student. Ya, jadi satu grup 4 orang ya. Oke, boleh buat sekarang. Kita akan mendiskusikan can you give advice to someone who have any problem. Jadi make dialog to give some opinion atau some advice from the problem for our friend ya. Jadi kasih saran untuk teman, misalnya dia masalahnya apa. Nah, beri saran. Tapi buat seperti dialog ya. Oke. Make a group. Make a dialogue of giving advice. Okay. You have 15 minutes to make dialogue of giving advice. Boleh memerankan siapa, jadi siapa ya. Ya, make two of your group to presentation di depan ya. Nanti 2 orang membacakan dialognya ke depan. Ya. Oke, silakan dikerjakan. Enggak usah ininya di sini. Nah, ini dulu. Nanti itu apa sudah read this ya, baca ini di depan. Ya, misalnya siapa ini menjadi Mr. Giver atau dia mana? Out of mungkin baca visual. Boleh visual. Ya, baca di depan nanti. Nanti boleh. Nanti yang paling satu lagi ini. Nah, itu contoh ya. Ini I forgot to bring my homework. What would you advise me to do? Artinya apa? What does this mean? Saya lupa membawa PR. Apa yang kamu bisa nasihatkan kepada saya? Jawabannya apa tadi? I think you should tell the truth to Mr. Ikhsan. Perhaps he will ask you to take it at home. Saya pikir kamu seharusnya apa ini? Berkata sejujurnya kepada Pak Ikhsan. Mungkin dia akan menyuruhmu mengambil PR-nya di rumah ya. Oke, grup 2 lagi. Grup 2 ini grup 2 tadi. Oke. Read louder and the other listen carefully ya. Tolong didengar. Oke. Oke, finish. Oke, give applause to group 2. Oke, tertangkap tadi. Dino, I have fallen down from my bike. It is so hard. What does this mean? Vino jatuh dari sepeda. Terus katanya itu sangat sakit. Terus jawabannya sini ya apa? You should be more careful when you ride the bike. What does this mean? Katanya apa? Kamu seharusnya berhati-hati ketika mengendarai sepeda. Oke, grup 3. Read louder front of the class. Kalau bisa baca perempuan. Grup the other group listen.
My value of stand is today. I do the trouble to stretch. Have you sent me this bed? Yes, I had, but if I still by you. You will be better to look after the tail, sweet drink and hot, fresh drink and food and strength is home. Yes, I will thank you for your advice.
Oke, give applause from this board ya. Oke, group 3 is this paper. Hi Ratna, you know I got wallet on the way to hospital yesterday. Should I give it back to owner of the wallet? What does this mean? Si Benny apa menemukan dompet di mana jika jalan ke rumah sakit. Terus apakah saya harus mengembalikan dompet tersebut? Jawaban si Ratna apa? Well, I think you should do it. Do you know who the owner is? Apa artinya? What does it mean? Si Ratna say, ya, dia bilang, saya pikir kamu seharusnya melakukannya, ya, atau mengembalikan dompet. Apakah kamu tahu siapa pemilik dompet itu? Terus Benny answer, yes, I also got the identity card of the owner in it. It show me the address. Jadi Benny menemukan KTP di dompetnya. Terus dia akan menunjukkan alamatnya. Berarti Benny mengembalikan dompetnya. Oke, from the group is oke. Next, you will answer the paper of this. Make you choose answer the question by crossing A, B, C, or D for the best answer ya. Oke, kalian jawab soal ini. Multiple choice. Only 10. Karena belum dapat. Silakan dijawab. Ya. Ya, dikasih nama. Kelas di atas. Kamu lebar. Crossing the answer ya. Ya. Okay, you can start now. You have 10 minutes again. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,